Hey,
Okay.
I'm here with my girl Tiara today, and we are just relaxing, chilling. We are going to talk about the most valuable lessons during our teens, as well as some not most valuable things as our teens, and just things that we went through, in our life, but it also mold us to be able to be the women we are today, which is a beautiful thing because regardless of if you go through certain things in life, you could make things happen because guess what? We both did. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ahead, introduce myself, and then Tierra can go ahead and introduce herself. My name is Lakeisha Jones. I'm the CEO and the founder of Soul Coaching Women, where I empower divorced women to overcome the fear of separation by setting boundaries and increasing self love in order to achieve confidence and personal growth. I'm also the author of Grand Rising, a self help book for young girls, teens, and women. Definitely check that out because it's definitely have a lot of stuff in there as far as going through certain traumas in your life. But go ahead, check me out. I'm on Amazon. Grand Rising by Lakeisha Jones. All right, Tiara.
Hey, everybody. I am Tiara Gary. I am your budget and saving coach, helping you establish financial goals and meet those goals by setting a financial budget. So, check me out on my social media at Masterpiece on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, yes. So, like I said, we're going to talk about those valuable lessons, and I'm going to go ahead and start about the valuable lessons. Um, and the not so valuable lessons. So, a little bit about me. I was a young teen and I had an abortion when I was 14, and then I had my first child, pregnant at 15, but had her at the age of 16. So I was a very young, so a teen pretty much raising a child. And it's like, how do you do certain things in life? So pretty much I had to put on my mother hat and say what I want to do in life. Is a lot of things that I didn't do as a teen, as far as going to parties, going to the games, football, basketball games, and things like that. I remember when I was in ninth grade, I wanted to become a cheerleader. And my kids crack up like, Mom, why you say it like that? A cheerleader. I'm like, that's what it was. The girls with the pom poms. That's what I wanted to do. Obviously, is like, I ended up having a baby. I wanted that in ninth grade, but that didn't happen. But in 11th grade, that's when I had my child. So I said, what can I do to continue to make a legacy and to be able to provide for my child? So I graduated on time because I want to make sure I did that. So my child wouldn't say, well, Mom, you didn't graduate. So why do you want me to graduate? And when I had kids, I kept that in the back of my mind because it's like, you cannot do something and tell your kids you want them to do it too. Obviously, if you
Hmm.
that was a problem, you know.
Right.
So if my mom said, oh, yeah, this is this, I'm not listening to you, even though she didn't. My mom wasn't the type of person like that. Like, you need to do this because I did. She didn't do that.
Hmm.
So that was a different journey like for me, but I thought about it in my mind like, let me go ahead and finish school, let me focus on a time frame and graduate with my class.
Right.
I didn't want to go to an alternative school. I didn't want to go to none of that. I didn't want to graduate later. This is my year to graduate. I'm going to graduate and make it happen, and I did.
Hmm.
I did. So that was a
Whoop,
little bit
whoop.
about my childhood. So what about like your childhood? And oh yeah, then yeah, I will get back to me. But yeah, what about your childhood?
All right. Don't forget that thought,
Yeah.
what you were about to say, because we're coming back for it.
Okay. Look, I got it right here.
All right. So my childhood was about surviving, girl. I knew good and hell I couldn't take care of no kids. And my mom had she had 10 kids and four of them were younger than me. Those were my babies.
Mhm.
I couldn't find time to get it in, okay? Right? I had four kids because she was addicted to drugs. She'd get high and she'd be gone. So here I was with these babies taking care of them. Look, I was trying to survive. That was literally my childhood, my teens, early adulthood, trying to figure out how I was gonna eat, How are we gonna not get shot, stabbed, and killed? So I didn't even have time to think about a boyfriend. He couldn't even come in my space because brothers would have probably snapped his neck, or
Yeah.
some of the guys around me would have probably snapped his neck.
Yeah.
So most of my childhood was straight survival mode. Things were just so much rougher than it is now because we didn't have any role models, like hardly any
Okay.
around us that were doing great things like women empowerment. We didn't have that. So my mom didn't have it. I didn't really have much of that, until, you get older and they start getting themselves together and you start to see those changes.
Yeah.
I remember in high school, I had on a tank top. I was probably in ninth or 10th grade. Girl, I had this tank top and I got in math class. Like, hey girls, hey. I went to a all girls school. And my
Okay.
friend sitting next to me, she did a double take. She said, your mother didn't tell you to shave your arms? I said, what? You got to shave your arms when went after 13 or something like that.
Right.
She's like, you don't know you're supposed to shave your armpits? I was like, um, yeah, I know. She was like, yeah, you got to go home and shave your arms and keep them shaved. And I was like, oh, that's a thing. That's how, look,
That's
that's
how
how
you
I
found
learned.
out, right?
That's how I learned about group. Girl, I had no idea about grooming, about like, all I knew, clean yourself really good, scrub. She taught you how to scrub the hell down. Maybe
Yeah.
she didn't want no guys coming around. She said,
Right.
you,
Right. Right.
you
Keep
look like
all
a
the
hairy
hair. Keep all the
monster.
hair. Right. Yeah.
Look, right? So that was one major lesson I learned. I was like, why does Heifer, she talking about pads and tampons?
Yeah.
How do I look? I couldn't get a man around me because I had like a whole dude in a headlock under my armpits walking
Yeah.
around
Yeah. Yeah.
in my late teens with a damn wig under my pits. So I couldn't I couldn't even get somebody to look at me.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Look at that was the setup, right?
Look, right? I ain't got time to worry about that. Make sure nobody don't come
Right.
come
Exactly.
come
Hold
near
on.
her.
You said you had to take care of the kids. So look, well, I ain't giving her no pointers. She got to take care of the kids. You know.
Take care of the babies. Don't worry about them pits.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, and it thinks so, and I didn't even tell so it's like you were not a teen mother. You had to take care of
Hmm.
all, like, well, your siblings, not all, but the last four or so, and you're like mommy to them or taking them. And I was like, I had two sisters. I was an older sister. However, I took care of them, but it wasn't like a lot of kids. So I was able to get a boyfriend and do things and had a baby at a very young age. And my mom
Hmm.
would gamble and go out and do A, B, and C. So I knew I didn't want to be a gambler. That's what she did. But however, it's like these two different walks of life. Like your mom, like you said, was on drugs and did this, this, this. This is not what I want to do. My mom gambling. I don't want to do
Hmm.
it. So it's like you pick up and take away things that you don't want as your parents, then you also take away things that are similar, as your parents. So I
Hmm.
guess it just depends, in that work of life that you're doing. Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like, what do I want? It's like, how do we think in our brain what is that we want to take at that very young age?
Right. Because my mom, she used to make us watch her do her drugs. And her friends would be like, why you got the kids in here? And she'd be like, nope, they're going to see this, tying a shoestring around her arm. She's like, nope, but they're going to watch it. Her eyes would be big, like, they're going to watch it.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
if they ever choose to do any of this shit, they're going to be just like you and me. Y'all see this? And we like, mm-hmm. And she had 10 kids, and none of us touch a single drug, let me tell you.
Right, because that make you not want to do this, that make you not want to
Oh
do it.
no. Oh no. So I spent most of my life like, okay, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to be like her in any type of way, honey. From the kids to the alcohol, from the like, she was really buff and masculine,
Mhm.
and she would fight guys, women, she was fighting everybody. So I was
Yep.
like, I do not want to be like her. She's so angry, so mean.
Yeah.
And I tried to move out of state. So I thought somehow that would be getting away from being like her.
Yeah.
girl, nothing. I needed to see a whole therapist, right? But as I got older, I realized she was going through things because no one had taught her the right way, the right path. So everything she did, I didn't have to do, I didn't have to do. And I'm glad, I learned from her mistakes because I was like, no, sir, I cannot go down that road.
Yeah.
Take me first.
I mean, like seriously, and it's like, and that's why it was like a great learning experience because obviously with her having, all these kids and doing drugs and things, obviously you don't have kids, you don't,
Hmm.
you don't do any of these things because you feel that I don't want to do these things. I don't. This is not me. And like I said, yeah, my mom had a baby at a young age. I had a baby at a young age. She started gambling stuff. I don't do the gambling, but I couldn't see her as a mother having a baby because I was that baby. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm. Right. I
um,
see you didn't have
see
that.
what I'm saying? I didn't have that to be able to like, oh dang, I don't want to have a baby. And she's struggling. She doing. I didn't. So pretty
Hmm.
much is like I did this way on my own. And like I said, when I had a baby at a young age, I didn't have like, okay, well, don't do this, don't do that. She didn't want me to have the first baby. Obviously, that's why I had the abortion. But when I sit here and I graduated with my class, I'm like, what is the next step for me to do in life? I said, what is going to be around for me to be able to have a job? I wasn't going to work at McDonald's, Burger King, Target. I wasn't doing none of that. Do you hear me? I said the first thing was healthcare. Healthcare is going to be around for a very long time. So I decided to go into healthcare. I was a nursing assistant, and I'm talking about cleaning booty, flipping them over, getting them up, Hoyer lifts, all the extras. I was young, back hurting. I said, this is too much. I got to do all of this for like 15, 12, 13 bucks, whatever it was back then. It probably wasn't even that much, 10 bucks. Either way it go, it wasn't me wanting to lose my back out. And like, it wasn't okay. So I went back, became a medical assistant, worked at the urgent cares, worked at the clinics. I'm like, okay, dang, I'm making more money. I can do this. I said, nope, this is not for me either. I said, I need to go back to school. I ended up going back to school for my bachelor's in healthcare management. At first, I decided before that, do I want to be an RN or do I want to be management over something? No, I don't want to be no RN because I feel like
Hmm.
I'm in the same boat. I'm gonna be a management so I can manage and oversee some type of business. So I went back for my bachelor's in healthcare management. So currently right now I got my director of housing license. So I, run the not my business right now, but a corporate. I'm at their, location, have employees. Okay, fine, cool. I said, no, I need my own business. So I ended up getting my own business. I got my own, home community based services. I end up, have my clients because it's like I've been in the healthcare and
Hmm.
get healthcare because it was always going to be around since I had my daughter at a young age. Tiara, I'm done
Yeah.
with healthcare. I'm done with healthcare. That's not what I want to do. I did that because it would be around for a long time, but it does not make me happy. I
Hmm.
want to do something that's going to make me happy. That's why I became an author. That's why I'm also doing my coaching business for divorced women and also women who have bad breakups and things like that in public speaking. I do not want to be in healthcare. And people say, oh, yeah, even with the COVID, I had no downtime. I'm always at work.
Hmm.
I could not work from home. Thank God I'm happy I didn't because I, I didn't need to stay home. I need to do exactly
Right.
what I'm doing now so I can prepare myself to be able to work for myself and have my own business and be an entrepreneur. So
Right.
I'm happy that I got a chance to go out and see a different world in the corporate world. This year has taught me so much that I don't want to work for no damn body but myself.
Hmm.
That's
And
it.
you getting there.
You know what, Tier? I'm getting there, y'all, because I'm finna quit real soon. By the end of this year, I'm done. Because I know my worth and I know that I have something else better in store and I have something better in life for me. Because when you work for a business, they can't give you compensation. They can't, they don't validate you. There's no growth in your company. It's time for you to go and make a different
Hmm.
journey for yourself. And I did that, but I stayed with my company for a while to be able to say, you know what, I got this student debt. Let me take
Right.
let me take care of it and go on. So that's it. I'm a go-getter and I always have been.
You gotta be. You can't stop. That's how you got to where you are now. Being a teen mom, going through college, and not to compare yourself with anybody, but all the people that you made it past because they just gave up on themselves or didn't. It's all in you. You just got to look in yourself, and you got to be able to find out who you are, um, where you want to go. You really got to do the work.
You
You got
do.
to do the work to get yourself there.
You
And
do.
as I was saying, you got to take it one day at a time. If there's somewhere you want to be and you're not there, be it physically, mentally, spiritually, take one step at a time. Like do 5 to 10, 15 minutes a day to
Yeah.
get where you want to be. And if after a year you're not there, you don't want it bad enough. You don't want it bad enough.
Yep, you don't want it bad enough, but I tell you, do not give up. I cannot say what led me down the path. Well, you know what? Yes, I can, because I said I want a job that is going to be around for a long time. But when I look at where I've been, where I'm currently at, and where I'm going, I see a whole total difference. So never give up your dreams as far as what it is and where you're going through. It's just certain things that you have to, accomplish, and hurdles you have to, jump over. Because when you give up, you might be right at that finish line. Don't give up. Everything goes. I mean, if everything was easy, everybody would be doing it. Don't give up.
That's true. That is absolutely true. You got to go deep, dig deep.
Dig deep. You see what me and Tierra was talking about? She been through a lot. I've been through a lot. It doesn't define who we are today.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, don't let any boxes that you were put in as a teen, how people define you. Let's say you were quote unquote mean, or someone thought you were like promiscuous, or you had a nasty attitude. All these things that people will try to say about you or put you in a box. You know how when you grow, there are people who are like, well, you used to do this or you used to be that.
Mm.
You're
Mm.
right. You're right.
Oh, them
Thank you.
words right there.
You're
You
right.
right. You right. You
Thank you.
too.
I was. Oh yeah, I remember. You want to hear some stories, some lessons learned? But let me tell you who I am. That's what you want to be able to say. But let me tell you who I am. I was all those things. But let me tell you who I am. It's an even better story. But you can stay back there with that used to be. You can stay back there with her because
I'm
that's where
telling
you
you.
at.
That's it. And then growth is huge, because without growth,
Hmm.
it's like, where you going? We grow all the time. And if you don't know it, make you a vision board. Just think about where you
Hmm.
at, where you going, how you get. It's
So
growth. And if you
don't
don't
let
want to
nobody
grow, you then just gave up and just like, what do you do next?
don't let nobody put you in a box.
Uh,
Don't get yourself in a box. Make sure you're flexible. Make sure you are experiencing different things. Don't let nobody define who you are. Oh, I'm too soft spoken. I'm too quiet. I'm too nice. Okay, well then be to something else. Be it. It's you don't have to be there. It's your mind telling you that's who you are. That's not who you are. You're a bunch of things. You just use different aspects of you at different levels. You got to pull them other aspects up.
yeah,
Level up all of it.
yes,
Level up all of me.
yes, that's about seriously, because it's like, oh, Keisha, you mean, oh, you don't smile enough. Well, damn, didn't I just smile at you not too long ago?
I'm sorry your buttons aren't working to
I
program me the way
know.
you need me to be.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
No, right.
they I only respond to me sometimes. I'm sorry.
But no, I appreciate you all checking us out today. I'm here with my girl Tiara. Totally. Go ahead and you'll check the information down in the bio where you can find me on the social medias, also my Grand Rising book. And man, it was great seeing you all, and I will definitely check you all out next week. Bye.
Same time, same place.
That's right.
Later.